All right, special edition. I'm here with Ethan, Jumping Cars is Cool, Olmsted. We are here at an undisclosed location in the Northeast to unveil the third, but first, Brooklyn Bomb Squad car.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
This car was the first Bomb Squad car. Oh my God, look at how fucking crazy that looks.
It's pretty crazy.
But this 1989 Audi 100/200 was the Bomb Squad's namesake.
First bomb.
This was the first bomb, and we bombed this a couple times. But we're here today because I got the day and Ethan is at home working. So we're gonna attempt to drain all the shitty gas, get the coolant stuff together, and then start it up, drive it around the neighborhood. As you can see, we have some heavily modified
Couple modifications have been done.
coil on plugs, one of 150 intake manifolds. But Ethan's done tremendous work in just the last few weeks, and we're super excited. We're getting ready. It's gonna be a big day. It's so fucking crazy that it's idling.
I agree. It's bonkers.
All right, so Ethan had to run to work. So I'm gonna try and get done the throttle cable mount, as well as the coolant lines that we have to get done. And then hopefully if I get that mounted today, we can get it done. Here's what I'm working on right now. I think I got a bracket made for the throttle cable. So basically this bracket will get welded on like this, and then the throttle cable can go somewhere around here and it will be mounted in there. We've got two holes on the bottoms to crisscross a zip tie so it doesn't come out, and then we'll put circlips on these spots here to make it adjustable this way. So I think this is good. So now I'm going to try and do the coolant lines. So what we have to do basically, this is the old heater core out the back side of the block. It links back up to this, and back here it's hard to see, but this is a bung that we had made. So we took out a freeze plug, so we added another exit for coolant in the back of the head. This is the number 5 cylinder. That will come out, tie into this hard line, and then from here we'll add these two bungs that we added here, these two fittings. So we have coolant exiting the head here and in the back, as well as the original spot, which is right here between the number 1 and number 2 cylinder. So I'll tie in these two to a T here, and then run a T into here. So I have to find a fitting that will go over that. So I'm working on that right now. Here's where I'm at with the coolant lines. I have the two additional ones out the side of the head, teeing off into this. Then that goes into here, tees off, and then this goes into the return line here. So then I've got that connected to there, and then that is back on the end of the block on that bung fitting. The only thing that's sketchy is this one here. This is a little loose here, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I kind of need a special hose to go over this larger one, and then I have a smaller fitting there. Ideally, it would be great to have half inch, 3/4 here. So we'll see if this works, but for now, it may just get us going for the time being. So we've got all the coolant lines tightened up down there. We got some over here. We got a bunch of T's going over to there. And we're filling the car with water for the first time in how many years?
7, is that right?
Let's just say 6, because 7 sounds so depressing. I mean, it is 2022, but we'll go ahead. That overflow, where's the bottom of the overflow go?
Into the radiator.
And then the top will go there.
Yeah.
Should we fill this separately? Or it'll just eventually go in there? This, and then we'll drain more crappy gas, and maybe we'll be able to put some real gas in it today. That'd be cool. It's not the best looking welds. Let's not look at this side. That side's bad. That side's not terrible. It doesn't have to be much. We're just trying to get it on there, and it's probably more than it needs to be anyway. So that's where we're at. We're stuck right now with a freeze plug that came out of the turbo coolant side. So it doesn't look like we'll get it filled with coolant today, as the turbo has to come off to get the freeze plug in there. I'm gonna bring the old turbo that I have at my house over, but at least we'll get the throttle cable mounted up, I think. Just wanna cool this off with a little bit of water. Get in there, buddy. Don't breathe. Look at those welds. Big news, big news. How about that throttle action?
It's pretty rad. We're ready to go race.
Pretty much. I mean, a couple turns on the old screw, the tuning screw.
Yeah, they just need a couple. Yeah.
Couple turns on the
tuning screw. And
couple turns on the tuning screw, and we are ready to go. All right. So, as luck would have it, there's a freeze plug missing on the side of the turbo. So as we added coolant, water to the engine, it ran right out of the freeze plug. So it's dripping all over. We figured out where it was leaking out of the back of the head. We got that sorted. So we have to take the turbo off, which for me will be challenging, I'm sure. So I got to take off a couple things. 2 oil lines, 2 coolant lines, and then the 4 bolts that hold the flange on. So I'll see if we can find a nice angle for you people at home. We came up a little short today, but we did get a lot done. What we had to do was we ended up having to pull the entire turbocharger off to get to where the freeze plug goes. We opened up that fitting, emptied out about 5 gallons worth of old gas, and when we get back to it, we'll try and put the new gas in. So we got the freeze plug to put in the turbo, and then we'll get back to it, and then we're almost there. Any parting words, Ethan?
I can't wait till it runs again with the new turbo or our new freeze plug. That's really what it comes down to.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.